If you want to run Facebook ads that actually bring in leads and sales, but every tutorial you've watched feels outdated, overly complicated, or just doesn't work, this is going to be the only video you need. Because in the next 13 minutes, I'm sharing everything you need to know in this free course for beginners video. I'm going to walk you through how Facebook ads actually work, how to set them up the right way in 2026, what most beginners get completely wrong, and how to run ads that are actually profitable. And just so you know, this is not theory. Across our agency, we've generated over $272 million in revenue for small business clients specifically using platforms like Facebook and Instagram. So what you're about to learn is not outdated advice, it's what's actually working right now. I'm Brandy with Life Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. If you're interested to see how we could scale your business like we have for thousands of others, you can schedule a free, no pressure strategy call below. Otherwise, let's get into it by first understanding who Facebook ads are for and when they actually work. Because before we get into tactics, we need to answer the most important question: should you even be running Facebook ads? Because Facebook ads work incredibly well, but only in the right situation. They're best for businesses that want to generate leads, book appointments, or drive direct sales. That includes service-based businesses, local businesses, agencies, coaches, consultants, and e-commerce brands. If your goal is simple, like more customers, more revenue, Facebook ads can absolutely help you get there. But where most people go wrong is they assume ads will fix everything. They won't. If your offer isn't clear, if your pricing doesn't make sense, if your messaging is weak, or if your business hasn't proven that it can convert yet, ads will just amplify those problems. Think of ads like gasoline. If your business is already working, ads pour fuel on the fire and help you grow faster. If your business isn't working, ads just burn through your money faster. So before you even think about running ads, make sure your foundation is solid. Know what you're selling, know who it's for, and have some level of proof that people actually want it. If you have that, then you have everything you need to start. So now let's talk about how Facebook ads actually work. At a high level, Facebook ads are simple. You're putting money into a system and expecting more money to come out. You spend $1 and ideally you want $2, $3 or more back. But what determines whether that happens or not comes down to 4 things: your targeting, your creative, your offer, and your setup. And we're going to get into how to handle each of those things throughout this video. But to start with, I just want you to have a bird's eye view of how this all works. Facebook's job is to show your ad to people who are most likely to take action, but it can only do that based on what you give it. If your ad is strong, if your message is clear, if your offer is compelling, Facebook will find the right people easily. If your ad is weak, confusing, or boring, Facebook will still show it, but nobody will respond. And that's why so many beginners think Facebook ads don't work. It's not the platform, it's what they're putting into it. So on that note, let's start by setting up your foundation the right way. Before you run any ads, you need to set up your account properly. This is where a lot of beginners rush and it ends up costing them later with poor performance or even account bans. So here's what you need. You need a Facebook business suite, which is basically the control center for your ads. Inside that, you'll connect your Facebook page and your Instagram account so you can actually run ads from them. Then you'll create an ad account where all of your campaigns will live. You'll add a payment method, connect your website domain, and most importantly, you'll set up your tracking, which is your pixel or data set. That tracking is what allows Facebook to see what people are doing after they click your Facebook ad or Instagram ad, whether they visit your site, fill out a form, or make a purchase, etc. So to do all of this, you're going to go to business.facebook.com, click the drop-down menu below Home in the top left, and click Create a Business Portfolio. Take your time following all the prompts from there to set this up. Facebook will provide clear step-by-step instructions for each part of the process. And keep in mind, as you're filling all this out, your business name, your billing details, your domain, your page information, all of it needs to match and look legitimate because Facebook is strict. So if your account looks suspicious or inconsistent, you're going to run into issues. A clean, trustworthy setup gives you a much better chance of getting good results later. The next step is to understand Meta's ad structure. When you're looking at Facebook Ads Manager, there are 3 levels here: campaign, ad set, and ad. And if you understand this, everything else becomes way easier. The campaign is your goal. This is where you tell Facebook what you actually want, like leads, sales, conversions. If you select engagement, it is going to show your ad to people who are most likely to like, comment, and share not purchase. So choose wisely here based on what you actually want. The ad set is where you define who sees your ad. This includes your audience, your placement, and your budget. And the ad is the actual piece of content people see. That's your video or your image, your headline, your message, etc. Most beginners obsess over the ad itself, but an ad creative cannot fix an ad that was selected under the wrong objective or a bad audience strategy. If the structure in the campaign or ad set level is wrong, even the best looking ad won't save it. So understanding all three of these levels in Ads Manager is essential to create an ad campaign that actually generates revenue for you. Another mistake beginners make is overcomplicating everything. They think they need multiple campaigns, complicated funnels, and an advanced targeting strategy right out of the gate. You don't. So let's talk about why you should keep your campaign structure simple starting out. In 2026, Facebook ads are actually simpler than they've ever been. For most businesses, you can start with one campaign, one clear objective, either leads or sales, because Facebook's algorithm is now strong enough to do most of the optimization for you. But it only works if you keep things simple. The more you try to micromanage it early on, the more you confuse the system. So you want to start simple with one campaign, but let's talk about how simple to keep the targeting and why broad targeting and Advantage Plus actually work now. This is one of the biggest shifts in Facebook ads in the last few years. A few years ago, people would obsess over detailed targeting, entering in all kinds of interests, behaviors, and demographics in the ad set level here, and I get the thought process behind it. It's natural to think, okay, I need to tell Facebook exactly who my ideal customer is and hone in on the target audience it needs to find. For years, that's the strategy that worked, but now it's not. What we call broad targeting works better, meaning you give Facebook a wide audience to target with minimal restrictions and let it optimize. And when I say wide, I mean only inputting the age, gender, and location you want to target, and only if those things truly matter. Like if your product isn't legally available to people of a certain age, or if your service is only for women, or if you only sell to a specific local radius. Otherwise, we'd recommend leaving targeting alone almost completely. Why? Because Facebook has more data than you ever will. It knows what people click, what they watch, what they buy, and how they behave. So instead of trying to outsmart the algorithm, you let it work for you. And this is where Advantage Plus comes in. It allows Facebook to automatically distribute your ads in the most efficient way across audiences and placements. Placements just being the different spots across Facebook and Instagram that your ad can be displayed, like the feed or Instagram stories or what have you. So your job is no longer to find the perfect audience, it's to create strong ads that the algorithm can match to the right people, which is why your creative is what actually determines results. So unlike how Facebook ads have operated in years past, your targeting, your budget, and your overall setup no longer matters the most in determining whether your ad is successful or not. Your ad creative is what matters most now, because today Facebook reads your ad copy, your image or video, and your destination URL and makes a decision on who to show the ad to based on those things. So that's why earlier we said your creative and your offer are two of the four things that determine the success of your ad, because Facebook is now directly deciding who sees your ad based on the content of your ad. So if your messaging or offer is vague and not specific to what your target customer cares about, it doesn't help Facebook show it to the right people, nor does it help convert those people. So when it comes to the content of your ad and messaging, jot down a list of pain points your target audience has and wants to solve, or goals they have and want to achieve that you can help them fix or reach, and make ads centered around those things. The more customer specific and customer oriented your ad is, the easier it will be for Facebook to find those people, and the more likely your ad is to convert them. And also, I'll add here that as far as the visual piece of the ad, the best performing ads right now are not polished corporate style ads. They're simple, real video ads that feel native to the platform. That means content that looks like it was filmed on a phone by a normal person, explaining a problem and showing a solution. The ads that work do these things really well. They grab attention immediately, they call out a specific problem, they show a clear result or transformation, and they make a simple, direct offer of how the viewer can achieve the same transformation. And most importantly, they don't feel like ads. They feel like helpful content. That's what gets people to stop scrolling. So once you've got your first ad made, let's talk about how to create and test multiple ads. Now, here's where most beginners mess up again. They create one ad and hope it works. But that's not a strategy. That's kind of more like gambling. So instead, you need multiple creatives, at least least 3 to 5 ads to start. And these ads should have different hooks, different angles, and different ways of explaining the same offer. Because you don't know what's going to resonate best. So you test to find out and you let the market tell you what works. One ad might flop completely, another might take off, and that's normal. The goal is not to guess correctly on the first try. The goal is to find a winner through testing. Now, let's talk about how to set your budget and make strategic decisions. Most beginners either spend too little to get meaningful data or they spend too much too quickly. The smarter approach is to start small and scale based on performance. You want to give your ads enough budget to gather data and get out of what Meta calls the learning phase, but not so much that you're risking a lot up front. And when it comes to making decisions, you need to be patient but not passive. So for example, don't turn off an ad after a few dollars because it hasn't had a chance yet. But if an ad has spent enough and clearly isn't performing, then you can cut it. That's the balance. You give it enough time to work, but don't hold on to losers that are clearly not giving you leads or sales. And on that note, let's talk about the only metrics that actually matter, because there are hundreds of metrics inside Ads Manager, but you don't need to study most of them. Focus on the ones tied to results. If you want leads, look at leads and cost per lead. If you want sales, look at purchases and cost per purchase and revenue. Because at the end of the day, these are what grow your business. Vanity measures like likes and impressions don't matter if they don't turn into revenue. So keep your focus on the goal outcomes. Beyond those metrics, there are a couple more that you need to understand in order to make smart decisions about your ads. So even if your ads are working, there are a couple metrics you want to keep track of to make sure that they're working well. You can be getting leads and getting sales and still losing money. That's why you need to understand customer acquisition cost, or CAC, which is how much it costs to get a customer, return on ad spend, or ROAS, which is how much you make for every dollar spent, and your profit margins, because ads are not just about getting results, they're about getting profitable results. If you spend $100 and make $200, that's good. If you spend $100 and make $80, you are losing money. So always measure your ads against profitability, not just activity. Once you find the winning ad combination that is driving results for you at a profitable rate, let's talk about how to scale what's working. There are two main ways to do it. Number one, simply increase your budget. And number two, introduce new creatives. But keep in mind that scaling needs to be controlled. So you don't want to just double your budget overnight. Instead, increase it gradually, like 10 to 30% at a time. And keep testing new creatives, because eventually almost every ad gets fatigued. So scaling is not just about spending more, it's about continuously improving what you're running and continuously having a strong ad that's working for you. Now, I want to switch gears a little bit and quickly talk about how to avoid getting banned, because unfortunately, this is something we see that happens a lot with small business owners. Like I said earlier, Facebook is strict. If it thinks it has any reason to, it will restrict your account. So here's how you can reduce your risk with that. Use real business information to start with, like we said earlier. Avoid misleading claims or messaging in your ads. Don't use aggressive or exaggerated language, and warm up your account, meaning start slowly and incrementally pour more into it instead of just dropping thousands of dollars on day one. And stay compliant, because once your account gets restricted or banned, it becomes much harder to operate or get unbanned. It's always better and easier to stay compliant from the start. So if you take one thing from this entire video, it's this: Facebook ads are not complicated. Most people just make them complicated. The real Facebook ad approach you want to take is simple. Have a clear offer, create strong creatives that speak directly to your target audience and what resonates with them. Let Facebook choose your targeting and placements with Advantage Plus. Keep your setup simple, test consistently, and understand your numbers. That's it. That's how you go from Facebook ads don't work to this is one of the most powerful growth channels in my business. And once you get this right, you don't just run ads. You build a system that consistently brings in leads and sales.